Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready for some boom, baby, boom? Right. Oh, and shy. Morning marijuana motivation time. Your host with the mostest, Mark Saint. Every morning I wake up, I'm blessed to be alive. I got old ladies staring. I got people with babies going, please. You know what I mean? And we're rising and shining this morning because it's all about your path and not your past. And I was like, oh, that's a strong shirt. That should be a mostly saint shirt, you know? It's all about our paths. You know, we all have a different past. Check out this old lady just staring at me. I love it. You know, let me walk past strangers just being staring and making our lives more than it had to be, because all of us have a path, but not everybody has to live in our past. Strange ladies, you know. So this morning I've been blessed with my friends, you know, Saints Addiction on a mission. My friend hooked me up with some oil this morning, and I told him I would give him a full review of what the oil will do on a fresh head. And I think this is also goes in with starting off fresh, because one of my favorite adages is to say, you know, only a fool trips over something behind them, you know. And we're all going to have a past. When you're young, everything's like in front of you. You have zero experience. It's the irony of life that only when you get older, like crabby old ladies that stare, do you know enough to base any kind of experience off of something else that you've seen, right? What's up? I'll see you like. And it's hard when you're young because there is nothing to base it off of. You know, everything's fresh. It feels brand new, super exciting. And then you get into linear thinking where now you've experienced something, and then you know what heartbreak is like, and you know what getting fired's like, and you know what pain is like. You start losing more people the older you get, you know? When you're young, everybody seems young. Everybody seems like they have their future in front of them, and there's nothing in the past. So it's only as you get older that you get enough experience and memories to actually reflect on it. And that's what ends up happening for all of us. All of us have a past. All of us have a story that we're not saying or telling that lives inside our head. Plastic Pocket Challenge. You know what I mean? Where we didn't want anybody to know, right? We didn't want anybody to know that we had the heartbreak. Who wants to relive that? But if you didn't live and you didn't love, then you didn't experience, and then you didn't have a full life. And this is why it's such a path instead of a past, because our path is defining us as we walk it. And this is why I'm doing the morning motivation. Look how close the trash can is. Come on now. You know, what's up? Like, I see you. Yes. And this was a really powerful mostly saint shirts because I got the love over hate. But your path is something that needs to happen. You know, you need some resistance to be able to feel the difference, right? So it's like if everything was just smooth, right? You never had to clean the trash or the leaves or the dishes, you know. Our lives would be almost like fruitless, right? We talk about like AI doing everything for us, and you know, handling all the hard tasks, emails and posting and you know, posting a sec, or maybe your voice AI agents, you know, our Aura agent. It's handling a lot for me, so that frees up more of my time to be on my actual path. And as I do my morning walk, it's absolutely gorgeous this morning, you know, looking at the sky. Look at that. Even if they went between the clouds, it's still a beautiful, blessed morning. It's only as I walked in my life that I've been able to realize with real eyes, you know, realize, and also real truths, that some of these things that I thought were Herculean efforts, something that was trying to stop me, look at this shine, it is always beautiful, were actually shaping me. And that's a strong statement, because a lot of people have the perspective that life is against them and nobody likes them and everything went wrong and I was supposed to go this way instead of that way. And what ends up happening when you've walked the path and gone through, like I say, climbing that mountain, only then when you're on top of the mountain can you look down and say, oh shit, dude, that's why that happened. I needed to learn a lesson in my anger. I needed to learn a lesson about temperance or or patience or any of the other things that teaches us. And we all watch the same TikToks, we watch the YouTube shorts, and it'll be somebody that gets like instant karma, you know what I mean? And they're just like being rude, but they were out of pocket and they didn't know it because they didn't have the right perspective. It's this kind of healthy perspective, top of the hill type perspective, where we can be like, oh shit, I needed that. I needed to go through the fire. I needed to climb the mountain, and I needed to rappel without a rope, just because it was teaching me strength. And I was watching it on Nicky Lauda. He had his Lifetime Achievement Award. And on his Lifetime Achievement Award, he's like, failure is what shaped me. It makes me stronger. Look at this, cat's on shirts. Look at him sneaking across. Yeah, doing his thing. Because of failure, it gives us the strength to survive. Like most people want to be like, oh yeah, I want everything. Cat's looking at me, cat's on shirts. That I wanted everything to just be sprinkled from the gods, given like money on trees, and I never had to earn anything. Well, one of my other shirts is earned, not given, because when you earn it, you appreciate it more. You really get in the quan of something and go, holy fuck, man. You know, I needed that person in that relationship to reflect the things that I was missing on the inside, or things that I didn't even know. Talked last week about blind spots, and there's so many of us that just don't want to see it, right? We're blind to the facts, but it's right there in front of us that we needed to learn how to let go, or listen more, or be more patient. Most people, they don't want to be any of those things. They just want it to fall from the sky. I found the perfect mate. We never argue and everything just works right. Instead of, I earned this shit. I worked on it. I worked on my patience. I started listening more. I started reading more. I put in the effort, so therefore I got a better relationship. Now, all of us are expecting somebody, Mr. Perfect, instead of Mr. Right Now, or she's so easy to get along with that I never had to do anything or argue once with her. I say bullshit. None of us are coming perfect, bro. None of us are coming with batteries. Batteries are not included on this journey. It's pretty fucked up, but it's true. You're going to have to learn just like I do. And you earn that. You earn your education. You earn your 10,000 hours of expertise. It's not just given to you. You look at somebody like a Kendrick Lamar. He put in his 10,000 hours of expertise. Now he's on the Super Bowl and doing all the videos, and you're just like, wow, look, it already happened. No, man, it transformed. You just didn't watch it day by day, slowly etching the whole Grand Canyon. And oh shit, here comes the transformation now. Look, the leaves are falling. All these yellow leaves, baby. It's not summer anymore. Look at all these. Look, they're falling right now. Oh God, it's changing. And just like you, it's such a slow process that we don't really evaluate it. We just think that it just happened, fell from the sky, and then you arrived. No, it took your parents to meet each other, both of them to be comfortable, and to make love, to make you. And hopefully you find somebody that you can go settle down with, make love, and make somebody else as well. This is all of our tasks. All of our tasks are to get past ourselves, first mature enough to do that sex and make babies and have secure relationships, but also to arrive, oh shit, that leaf almost caught it. But also to arrive in a place where we go, okay, this is healthy for some resistance. It's healthy, like setting up more weights on a gym. Look at this. This is awesome. You know, you're like, that resistance made my muscles stronger. You know, if it was just given to me, I would probably not respect it, not appreciate it, and totally disregard it because I didn't have to earn it. And that's what you do with a kid. You give them a brand new bike. Guess who's not locking up their bike? Or, hey, I want a puppy, but I'm not wanting to clean up the shit of the puppy. Or I want to go to school, but I don't want to learn. You know, we all tend to go into these categories of, okay, you know, I want it to be easy peasy for sheezy, my kneesy. But the truth of it is it makes us stronger once we've gone through it. And then that's your path. That's the path that you walk, just like this here. I'm looking here, the whole thing, path. This lady's on her phone. Path. I'm divided by paths, and wherever I end up will be what I used on my time. And what I spent my time on, we always use the word spend, because you're literally spending your time. You're going into something where you're just like, at the end of this path, wherever it goes, you know, I will be. And at the end of that path, I will be differently than what I am right now. So it's like walking through it and going through some shit, you know, that makes us so strong. Everybody else wants it to just happen, right? I just want to win the lottery or be disease free or not have to work out and earn my peace. It doesn't work that way, bro. None of us work that way. We all um, get something from working, and that's what I started appreciating about life. Was like, I didn't get to shine till I went through the darkness. It's like really hard and esoteric to believe, but it's like the good and evil, the halo and horns that we all have, like it took a lot of pain to get this sober, right? It took a lot of time to be this reflective, and it definitely was a whole bunch of traveling and walking before I found myself. And people always tell them, oh, I want to find myself. It was like, sure, you're acting like that's at the end of the path. Yourself is now. What you do to experience time in the enjoyment of living is your experience. It's the power of now, not the, okay, I'll be happy later, or as soon as that happens, or as soon as I'm rich, everything will be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. The path is always shaping you. There's always going to be a bend. There's always going to be a rock, and there's also going to be a stop. And you're going to be like, why is my life like this? And you're like, well, truth is, I think you don't get past it till you level up. Like literally, you have to go through levels in your life so you can see what you really want, right? So everybody wants the prize, but not everybody's willing to pay the price. And this makes a big difference. I see you live with Blake. I appreciate you, bro. I'll get back to you as soon as I get done with this little speech I got going on here. But, for all of us, we don't know what's going to happen in the future, and that makes it awesome. Like, if we knew all the answers, we would be bored, right? Like, it would be so boring to know the outcome of every level you played on a video game or every movie that you have ever watched. You don't watch the movie because you know the ending. You're watching the movie to find out what the ending is. You are living to find out your purpose. And this is something that's really hard for people to like grasp, but like they're like, I want to know all the answers before I move. And I'll have some of my teammates and I'm like, you don't need all the answers. You just need to move. And they're like, what? It's counterintuitive. And I was like, yeah, orient yourself. Like I'm orienting myself underneath the trees, underneath the sun, and underneath my exercise. You orient yourself as the ball's in the air. You're like, I got it. I didn't know where the ball was going to go. Sure, we drew up the play. Sure, the quarterback said, and we all saw it. But till I get underneath it, then I can get the touchdown. Then I can reel it in and grab it and be like, okay, fuck, that's why it happened. I was supposed to be X marks the spot. Now, if life was always just like, here's your next meal, here's your next money, and here's your next love, you wouldn't want to seek it. You want to find it. You want to find it in a bar and some guy randomly taps you on the shoulder. You want to develop it by going on dates and finding out who this person is. And through those experiences, you guys build tolerance within each other. It's the way we appreciate things. If we weren't wired that way, it would just be like, oh, here it is every day. Here's the fruits that you need. No, you need to climb the tree to get to the fruit. You have to put in some effort to appreciate something. And this is why it's like such an important thing to be like, it's not just the path. It's not just my past, it's my path that was more important. It's more important that I actually walked instead of just talked. I actually did something instead of sat on something. And I was telling my friend, don't be telling me about your dreams last night. I said, I like people that have dreams. I love people that work their dreams. And he was just like, what? And I was like, yeah, bro, I want you to work your dreams. Don't just tell me, oh, I wanted to do a comic book and I got a harmonica and I want a Weirdy Beardy shirt. I was like, let's go, bro. Like, there's nothing but to do it right now. And if you start right now, then you get on your path. Then it starts to develop, and then it becomes something. If you just sit here and lip service me, it'll never become nothing, and nothing ever ends up happening. Let me get my droplets. My buddy gave me some oil this morning. He told me to shake it vigorously. I had to help him with that word. But we got some THC oil. Don't forget to join Weed Club. And I told him on a straight, empty stomach I was going to try this. You already know Saints addiction, but whoop, let me get that. Said I got to really shake it. I've been walking and talking, so let's do it. Ready, steady, and Freddy. Oh, that's a big drop. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Like glycerin. I guess it's made out of coconut oil. It's tasty. Yummy. Join Weed Club. Thank you, brother. Kind of spicy. That's when you know it's got cannabinoids in it. It's got that spice on it. That's got to have it. But here, let me get this in the. Oh man, it's sticking to the plastic. the little nipple, which I said the word nipple because some girl was showing her nipple on LinkedIn and they blocked my page. I'm such a rebel, but you know, not for nothing. I used to sit there and I used to say, man, I would never go to South Korean prison. You know, I'll never go back. I was so mad at what had happened in the process. I had forgotten that I learned something about my own inner strength, the things that I am willing to go through and the things that I've been through. I can now sit here in my strength and say, yeah, I got this, you know, instead of somebody who's like, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know what I'm made out of. Where'd my self-confidence go? It was like, it's standing right here, homie. I'm the one, you know what I mean? Bitch, I'm him because I actually did something. And now I can say I did it. You know, I did travel the world like I said I would. I did start my own label like I said I would. Started it from nothing and now it's something. And then everybody else can say, oh yeah, I knew you did it. Yeah, I'm jealous of you and all these other things. And I was like, you don't want my life. Because if you got my life, you sure you want the touchdowns, but you don't want the letdowns. You know what I mean? You don't want to be in South Korean prison. You don't want to be in Ensenada prison. And you definitely don't want to be up in Pahrump trying to figure it the fuck out. I don't know what's happening. Somebody's got... hope you don't get banned for a nipple. Bro, I so got banned for a nipple. It was fucking stupid. Some chick was showing her nipples on LinkedIn. I called it out and they blocked me. Here I am. I'm such a bad person for saying, dude, you're showing nipple, but here I am. So bless up. Don't forget to join We Club on Instagram. I'm going to have my morning motivation. We're going to have this conversation. But yeah, if you don't go through it, you won't have it, you know, and it's one of those things where you're going to look for it. You're going to look for people in your life, but you didn't build any friendships, so nobody will be there, you know. You're going to want, look at this beautiful red dragon. Oh, you can't see it. It's a dragonfly, but, you know, you're going to look for these things and you're like, why isn't it here? Well, because you didn't build it. And that's one of my favorite quotes from your boy, what's his name? Ice Cube, right? He said it the best. He said, I'm going to show your just watch you. Watch, I'm trying to fucking show it. It's trying to hold your comments. I don't know why it's doing that, but here, let's do this real quick. Let's blaze one for the nation. Yes, blessed. That you want the rewards for the work you didn't do. Not just paraphrasing, but that's what Ice Cube said. How are you going to get mad at the results for the work you didn't do? When you put in the work, then you're putting on the path. You eventually, that's what they call that road work, you know, pounding the pavement and letting the troops stomp and making sure that you get to the destination. An army crawls on its belly and you're over here wanting to be like, oh, I don't want any food. Bro, you're going to have to earn your food, right? Like, the reason why I'm so grateful when I have food every time in front of me, I'm like, dear life, thank you for this meal. I've been a spoiled bitch. Every time I ever wanted it, it was right in front of me. I've had sushi meals. Last night, my friends fed me Vietnamese food. My other buddy cooked for me, and then they just ordered me a pizza at the shop. It's always been provided. But if I'm not appreciative, it cuts off. It's like, there goes the blessings. There goes the paycheck. You know, as they say in the movie The Aviator, there goes our paycheck, boys. You know, when he's falling from the sky, you know. It's the examined life. That's Socrates. Or Aristotle, that makes it more blessed, that we go into these crevices and we go onto these paths and we go on these journeys to figure out what we're made out of. We constantly watch motherfuckers that are just like gonna go climb the Himalayas or lose weight. They call it a weight loss journey, and they call it a walkabout, and they call it, there's these terms, you know, but it's we're seeing somebody that got off the couch. That's what we're seeing. We're witnessing, looking at him going like, holy shit, that's possible? I'm possible is in impossible? And that if I keep walking this path, the penitent man shall pass? I don't know if you guys remember that, but that was in Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade, where the thing cut the guy's head off and he had to take a knee and fall through. You know, I didn't want to go to South Korean prison. No, ma'am, no, sir. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. But I learned something about me. I went in as a man, but I turned into a beast. And when I got out, I was a monster. And this is when I started Saints Addiction. They wanted 5 years of my life for 3 grams of weed. And I was like, what the fuck? I spent 6 months in solitary confinement. And as soon as I got out, you never met somebody more motivated than me, bro. I was like, oh, you're going to keep me for 5 years in a little cell with a little squat toilet? Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to build this business I got in my head. It gave me more fire. I turned my pain into the fuel. And that's what really gave me that gusto. I was telling my buddy, and I love this story, but it's true. My dad got me a job as a apprentice laborer, right? And he was on some uh it's only $10 an hour, but I'm working all summer long right by UNLV, the university I was about to go to in the spring, and I'm watching hot girls go by. I'm sweeping with a big broom the whole parking lot. It's fucking hot. I got heat stroke twice. By the time it was springtime and it was time for me to start school, bro, you ain't never met a more motivated student. I didn't never want to be in the concrete. I didn't want to bleed again. I didn't want to do that job for $10 an hour. I wanted to get an education, and it fueled me to do this. You're like, what? How'd you do this? Well, fuck, bro. It was stay in where I was at or get away from where I wanted to and get to go. You know, so that's what it really is. It's a go button. And maybe I learned it in wrestling. There's certain moves where you got to like pull, but like full force. You got to give it all she's got, and then you get off your back. You don't start fighting off your back. You start fighting off the couch. You start fighting for your relationships. You start fighting the mental negativity that you have, and then you start doing those mental push-ups. I tell everybody, you don't see the mental push-ups. It's the reframing that we do. When we reframe it, and especially if you have enough time over a timeline, they say everybody's life is a comedy over a long enough timeline. When it's happening, it looks like chaos. You know, you're just like, this is the worst day of my life. Then you come back and you go, man, you got to have some downs to get some ups. You're not always high. You got to get past the lows. And a lot of us don't want the lows. We want it to just be free for all and nothing happens and everything's just going to be hunky dory. Well, guess what? That's not what Chael Sonnen said. He said, I'm not giving it all to my kids. If they have everything, then they don't earn anything. They don't appreciate anything. And then that's when you really know what you're made out of. It's on that chaos. In the beginning of great brilliance, there must be chaos. Before a person must look foolish to the crowd. Before brilliance, you must look foolish to the crowd. And this is in the I Ching. They have the symbol of chaos, and I had it on my wall since I was 12. I was like, all this shit's following me, and I'm a lightning rod. Well, now I can get the attention of people on my brands, and now I can be the CEO of Inisec, and then I can travel the world 3 different times. That was all because I had the balls, bro, the intrepidness, the bravery to say, hey, let's mix this up. Let's not stay in my old little hometown of Boulder City and just marry the same girl that I met in high school and never go anywhere. People are jealous, but they don't want to earn it. Do you want to sleep out of your car? I doubt it. Would you couch surf around the world? They got couchsurfers.com. You can. But we all got excuses. We all got reasons why it might not work. And sure, as soon as I lose the weight, I'm going to get the love of my life. And if I have the car, she's going to love me. And if I make enough money, she's going to stay. That's all lies, bro. You got to earn the character for her to stay. You got to have any kind of car that a girl wants to be with you and roll with you before you get the car. Not the girl that comes along and only uses you because you have the car. We have the wrong mentality. We think it's all about the way it's perceived instead of our perspective. And this is why it's healthy to go on a path and go on a journey and a walkabout to say, okay, man, now I can see only from the top of the mountain while I had to climb that one spot and there was no handholds and I fell and I was rappelling and I went all the way down. And it's like, oh my God, dude, that fucking sucks. You know, that hurt, you know, and it's in that. That's what your boy, what's his name from Family Feud? Steve Harvey says, you got to jump. And for sure, you're going to get scraped. And for sure, it's like getting on a bike, bro. We all got on the bike and none of us knew how to ride a bike. And of course, we're going to fall down. And of course, we're going to scrape our knee. But guess what? That's how we learn how to ride. And once you know how to ride, then you earn the possibility to go traveling places and the freedom of going places and all these things. Like this guy's going to go anywhere he wants to go because he learned and he had the balls to fucking start. And a lot of us don't want to do that. We don't want to even start. So I told my friend last night when he was talking about wanting to do his comics, and I looked at him, I was like, you want to know something? And hold on a second, let me do this. I said, are you listening? He said, yeah. I said, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. And he was like, I felt that. And I'm like, I'm glad you did, bro, because I wanted that to hit home for you. You know what I mean? That all of us are waiting for an invitation when the invitation's already inside of us. The path is right in front of us, and it only has to do with us to get off the couch and start walking. So walk off over talk. show over tell, and path over past, because we're all going to need something that shapes us. You know, I was watching the episode with your boy Redman, and he was like, is there anything in your past that you would want to change? And he's like, no, because it would have changed my not projection, what's the word when you're throwing artillery and it's on a path, it's on a, is it projection, it's on a, you would have had the wrong, man, I got too high real quick. It's the I lost it. But you know, if you don't come in the right angle, you're gonna bounce off of the atmosphere and get shot back into space. You have the right trajectory. That's the word I'm looking for. And that trajectory keeps us on something. Maybe explodes in the end, but at least we took a chance. We know what doesn't work, right? It's like my aunt Marlene used to play Keno. She's like, I stay on the numbers. I said, why do you stay on the numbers? She's like, because I know these numbers haven't hit. And that's what it is. You know, some people just never try and they pre-predict. They cross the bridge before they get to it. There's the bridge. You know, they're talking about over here at the edge, talking about what could happen instead of going over and talking about what did happen. And that's because it's a did, because you did. And that's why they say, just do it, Nike. It's because if you do something, at least you have the chemicals, at least you have the experience, and you got the what do I call it, the catalyst for something else to happen. If you didn't go out that night, you wouldn't have met the love of your life. If you didn't go traveling, you wouldn't be eating this food right now. And if you didn't take the chance, you wouldn't have the change. And that's why I always tell people, I don't want your change, I want your change. You know, I want you to change and reach inside of you, inside of yourself, and say the things like we were last night, all smoking and joking, and he was playing the harmonica, and I was like, damn, bro, I didn't even know you played the harmonica. You just picked it up and went, and I was like, wow. And then he was like, yeah, I want to do this cartoon, and he was showing me this thing online, and I was like, don't tell me about it. Do it. You don't want to be that type of person near me. I've scared a friend. I remember my other buddy, Sam, and he was like, I want to be a chef. And I was like, if you're not a chef in 7 years, I'm coming here and beating your ass. Told Pivy about 7 years ago, if you're in the same apartment at the same job, I'm beating your ass. And sure as shit, she went and had some kids, quit the job. She went back to the job, but guess what? She earned it. You know what I mean? And that's what you want to do. You want to earn it because it tastes better. You know, a meal that's just given to you, you're just like, yeah, it's just another one. But one you worked hours for, you're going to appreciate a lot more. And this is what you want from your life. You want the appreciation. You want the gratitude. You want the perspective. You want to be the type of person that can say, I'm not tripping over the past anymore. That's behind me. I'm only focused on my path and what's in front of me, the visions I've given myself, the imagination, the unknowing and what's about to unfold. That gives me excitement, and that's replaced all my addictions. It replaced all my other cyclical behaviors. I literally challenged myself to do something different every day, and in that I got full days, and that's why I was so appreciative yesterday. I mean, man, I love my life. You know, I love my life, bro. It was so cool. I had the most blessed day. My buddy picked me up, smoked me out in dabs, and fucking fed me and drove me around, bro. And we got to see all these beautiful leaves and hang out in the trees and watch the colors change and the leaves fall and watch the seasons change. Well, the seasons are changing. Time is rearranging. You need to be the type of person that's watching. You know what I mean? Examining the path as it comes along and saying, okay, this is what's shaping me. I used to watch this show, and it's called Kung Fu, The Legend Continues. And you can see all these beautiful leaves falling. It's so amazing, right? And in Kung Fu, The Legend Continues, he would go from city to city and battle to battle, and each time was a purpose. It was an unveiling of the chapter. There was a Aesop's fables. There was a purpose and a lesson. And most people are just like, nah, man, I just want to just end up there. No, you got to earn your lessons, bro. You got to go to school. And you got to do those mental push-ups. It's not just going to happen for you. You got to go get it. And this is why it's the morning motivation. And especially if you got anything out of it, you got to know you got to like, share, and subscribe below. So you already know it's your boy Marky Saint. This is Saint's Addiction. And as always, peace and love and Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever here in Finland. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. The other side of your fear, the other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world, because that's where I be. But that's where I am. And let me see what you said here. Let me see you live with Blake, bro. I'm trying to get in here, brother. Let me catch up. I always read them at the end. You live, the future. Yep, future, well said. How do I donate to Saints Giving? You go over to Saints Giving and give, and we feed the homeless, like all love over hate. That's one of the shirts. I work 45 hours a week at a grocery store. Customers I work with hate it sometimes because I put a nice face. Be happy for all reasons, for your own reasons, bro. You got to be happy. I get crazy, oozy, Uzi eyes, crazy eyes. Yes, for me it was Buddhism. I was learning about Taoism or Taoism, if you say it with a T or a D last night. It was a very interesting thing that, it's in everything. It's in the trees, it's in the universe, it's inside of us. It was not necessarily a belief that had its own deity. It was not like Western thought. It was more universal thought, and it was really interesting. You guys can go to YouTube and check it out. The guy really explained it. Yes, it was for me. Dad had cancer. I'm sorry to hear that. My dad alive 9 years after cancer. Yes, bro. Shit goes wrong. Like, they blocked you for saying the word shit. Like, I've got blocked for nipples. Stop it. Yep. Girls are doing like OnlyFans on LinkedIn, and I'm like, I can see your nipple. And then they blocked me, and her stuff's still up. Pissed me off. Falling. We adapt in life. Yeah, and it transforms us. You believe in science, indeed. I hope not religion. Yeah, what do we? I think I have a science over religion shirt, but definitely it's a vibe thing, right? It's how you treat people. I've practiced all religions around the world, being able to travel the world, and just your deity is the right one, right? How will you mind? How will your mind do it? It's those mental push-ups, left or right. Which path do you choose? You should have gone straight to the castle. Agree. I see it also. Darkness and the light. That's mostly saints. We talk about it all the time. I mean, now the light's coming out of the clouds, but it's the shame, it's the blame, it's the guilt. That's the stuff that we usually keep inside, and it's usually the stuff that stops us. It's our pride, it's our ego, it's our fear. All those things keep us from actually moving forward and letting the path unveil itself. Like, oh shit, dude. Like, I really needed some exercise, and oh shit, I really needed a change of pace, and oh shit, I really love different types of food. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is when I see. Maybe both. Agree. I can donate. I will. Yeah, Saints Giving. Go over there. We give straight to the homeless. That's what Saints Brand's all about. 100% of the proceeds go straight to Saints Giving. You talking the truth, bro. That's what I do in the morning, homie. Saludos de Chaca, Argentina. Oh, somebody from Argentina in here? Donato Goeta, what up, bro? It's 4:42 a.m. and I'm still drinking, listening to you tonight. Oh shit, where are you based out of? Day off of work tomorrow, though. Let's smoke. We just did. Waiting for this. Let's go. Whoa, glycerin. Yeah, the nipple. Yeah, the nipple, bro. And it said, love nipples. Who doesn't? Tits on shirts, bro. But on LinkedIn, I was just like, this chick, anyway, don't get me started. I hope I don't get banned for nipples. It did try to, like, why can't you just say the word nipple, bro? It exists. It's like saying foot or nose. Somebody get me out of here. I'm trying to show your comments because it wants to block them. What the hell? Okay. Anyway, you've been incredible. Thank you very much. I watched you. You're hard as fuck. Yeah, bro. Life has shaped me this way. We won't get you banned. Yeah, shit. What a sunset. I know, right? It's a sunrise, bro. I'm in Finland. So, Smoke, yes. Where are you? Let's go. I'm asking you, where are you? Let's go. Let's go. Smile at people. Good morning. Smoke it. Smoke it. Talk it. Light it. Ignite it. That's a good shirt. Tomorrow live with Blake. Okay. Thank you. I agreed. Don't lose you. You are possible. Do it. Yep. I'm possible is inside impossible. I'm telling you right now. Fire, evergreen trees. Yep. Saints addiction, dude, baby, all day. First sub, 10 subs. Yeah, bro. I'm almost to 1,600 motherfuckers. I met you there. I was the wrestler you met. What? I met you? What? Don't you remember me? I was the Canadian. Keep going. The top professional wrestler of all time, in my opinion. I love it. He's so true. Kurt Angle said it also. Learn them stripes, earn them stripes. You know what I mean? And it gives you merit, and that's something that we kind of underappreciate. We do a lot of demerits in our heads, but we don't give ourselves merits for the things that we've been through. My friend's freaking out. I haven't paid my rent. I'm like, dude, you've been paying your rent for 10 years straight. Stop stressing yourself out on a monthly basis on some stupid shit. Can I donate to you right now? Yeah, you can go to Saints Trajectory. I know, bro, that fucked me up. I get what you're saying. Great word. Catalyst. Be real. Haha. She earned it. Hell yeah. Agreed. But I think somebody is speaking some Russian. If you get mad headaches, bad. Let's see. Cluster suicide headaches. Yes, my buddy gets them, and it put him on his knees, bro. The migraines, they hurt, but a lesson with pain for sure. The pain is my greatest teacher, and I try not to make her my number one teacher. I'd like it to be either like observation or experience. Like and subscribe. You already know. Get a YouTube donations. Yeah, bro. I don't think you can get donations straight away. I don't think it works that way yet. Yeah, I think I got to get to 10,000 subscribers. Then I can do my merch shelf underneath. And yeah, that'll be something I work on today. I don't know if I can get the donation button straight there. Let it out. Let it all out, bro. We get it. Yeah, Canada, 5:02 a.m. Toronto, Canada. Fucking shit. Yeah, they won't let you say fucking shit even if you misspell it. That's so gay. Shit. Love for life, Canada, Toronto. I was the Canadian wrestler. Discord me. Bro, I wish I remember. What you got to give me? We met face to face, or is this all digital? You know what I mean? This is all different than you believe. So, yeah, man, this is my reality. I come here and I chill the fuck out. I start stretching. I enjoy the park mostly to myself. When the sun is shining, I get out, and even when it's not, I still got to take my mind for a walk. It's a beautiful experience. People say, "Why do you come to Finland?" Well, it's because you're always in nature, always near exercise and blessings and things like that. And I got to get back because my buddy ordered me a pizza. But yeah, man, I'm gonna do my fresh air breathing and get into my own head while I walk back and enjoy my high. Thank you for watching today. I came to Stakes to wrestle, I'd say 10 years ago now. What? To the States, and I'd wrestle States to wrestle, I'd say 10 years from now. Where was this at? In Las Vegas? I don't remember wrestling. Check it out. The leaves are falling, bro. The leaves are falling. It's on and popping. Yeah, got to change with the weather. Got to head south to Vietnam. That's the plan. Earn enough to get there. And then powwow with my team at Innisec. That's going to happen. It's nice, bro. It's just beautiful. And now all the leaves are on the edges. I was here when it was all sticks. I was like, I'm done with sticks. I want to see leaves. And now so many beautiful green leaves are now starting to turn the beautiful yellow and then red. This is why I love Finland. All the fresh air, all the fresh water, all the fresh trees. I don't have any of that in Vegas. I promise you, it's too hot. No trees. And people are on their knees a little bit over there. They're not having a good time. Yes. It speaks to me. Look at the bright yellows. Look at the bright yellows, bro. I love it. The trees are changing. Look at that. Leaves are falling. It's all on the ground. Yep, times are changing. They're piling up on the side. Dogs on shirts. Look at them. Dogs on shirts, baby. Go to Dogs on Shirts on my like page. Let's see. States. Maybe 15 years ago, we were in high school. No shit, I wrestled in high school. Beautiful country, wow. Rivers, wow. Yeah, this is insane. Yeah, dude, it's nice. Like my cottages. Yeah, probably like Canada too, right? Oop, it just fell. Like it's literally falling from the sky. You can see the patches of yellow between. That means it's time to go south. Like the bird that I am. I usually am in Thailand for winters, like November, December, January. So that's going to be the plan. That is the plan. It's on my path. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't even have a ticket, and I know it's on my path. I already know it's going to happen. I already know I'm going to get the donation or the deal or close something, and then boom, I got a ticket, and then I'm there. It's where you place yourself on the chessboard. When I said it this morning, I was like, path over path, that's strong, bro. Because like a lot of us are just thinking that because we already walked certain parts of the path, this is a good example right here, that because this fuzzy patch right here where the grass isn't going to be smooth like the other part is, and we don't know where it ends. We don't know when we die, but we definitely don't want to die before we walked and lived. Not everybody, well, they say everybody dies, but not everybody lives, as your boy Braveheart. And I'm so grateful that I did. I can close my eyes, and I started traveling. I was trying to explain to my friends that it's like whoosh, this experience of, wow, she almost hit me. Machu Picchu, like, bro, just coming over the crest, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so fucking alive, like, to see these things with my own eyes. And I'll close my eyes, and next thing I know, I'm like Christ the Redeemer in Brazil or Great Wall of China. I am an actual world traveler. And when I'm talking to my friends, I was like, yeah, we're going to Vietnam, and I've been to Laos so many times, and Cambodia so many times, and I live in Thailand, and I'm not seeing myself say this. It's just my brain going talking out, and it's just an experience. But fuck, it was a whole trip, and I did these things, and it's like, whoa. My friend's like, I can't wait to read your book, and I'm like, I already wrote the book Endure. It's in there, and she didn't buy a copy, but it's all right. It's on Kindle and Amazon. Someday somebody will read it. And then I'm working on a travel book that I did from 2 years ago when I went around the world the second time, third time actually. That was dope, and I did that with no money, so I kind of just explained that journey and each experience in each country, and I did that by voice, speak to spell. So that's gonna be dope. So yeah, man, I don't know how we met. I did also with you. We met you. You wrestled with me? No way. I need to link your donation, your stream, brother. Can I mold? Want to shout you out, give you some donations. I can shout also. Where's your book? It's on Kindle, Amazon Kindle. It's called The Book Endure. You see it there. Let me grab a shot and shoot these out. Yeah, for sure, bro. We'll raise funds for Mark Saint to Vietnam, and they're like $400. They were $330. The tickets go up like $100 because you spend a month. So now they're like about $430, but it is what it is, Like I said, I'm one deal away, always. One other door to knock on, one other phone call. It's the path, man. I like not knowing where the path ends, I like walking different paths and getting there from different angles and different trajectories, and it's opened up so much of the world for me. I can only explain that it's like not only the other side of your fear, but it's like everything we want is on the other side of our fear. So it's just like dangling there, the balls to talk to the girl or ask your boss for a raise. Those are the same balls, one and the same. And the intrepidness, that's what they kept calling me. The Duchess called me intrepid, you know what I'm saying? And I am intrepid, that I'm not afraid to say hi to people even if they don't want to say hi back, or keep smiling like you were saying. It's my vibe. I choose to be that way. I don't want to be feeling the way that they look or the way that they feel. It matters in my world, in my brain, how I walk it and talk it, and that's the vibration that has to occur. It's an inner work, and I'm grateful it's happened so I can be clear enough to go every morning for the workouts. It makes me feel so much better, gives me so much endorphins and happiness, and especially being next to the trees and out in the elements and being happy, it generates throughout me. So a perfect day for me is getting up like early, getting my workout in, fasting, and some exercise, and all of a sudden, like my whole day is just brighter the whole day, and it makes it all the way through. So keep smiling, you guys. 175. I was like wrestling at 145s actually, bro. Yeah, went all the way to state. I'm gonna shout you out. Let's get some donations. Shout you out. Where's your book? Said all that. I'm right over 185. We're 175. If it was you, I know it was. Limitless. Do anything. I don't go to the gym. I work around trees. That's what's up. I do work around trees. Trying to walk in the street. Wow, I found you there. I was state. No shit. Nevada State? That's what's up. Make sure you follow me at Mostly Sates on Instagram. You can DM me there. That's about it. Mostly Saints at Gmail. One or the other. DM or Gmail. It works. But yeah, it's been a blessing, bro. My weight class. You were lower weight. I was the Canadian. Man, I wish I remember this. You're talking about, if I'm 45, that makes it almost 30 years ago, not 15. I haven't been in school for a long time. I graduated in 98, so 25 plus. Yeah, again, you're 30 years ago. So You're talking about a distance pass, my friend. Distance pass. But yeah, I was at 145. I took fourth place. That's what I remember. Plastic pocket challenge, y'all. Get it off the ground, put it in your pocket, and then, save the environment. So, maybe get the respect of this old man here. You know what I'm saying? And then I just take it out of my pocket, wash my hands, and go on with my life. But there's trash cans everywhere. Yeah, just gotta be willing to do a little exercise and bend down and pick it up. But that's part of life, man. It's this growth. It's so tremendous. I don't just say I have strength. It's there. It's reinforced. The confidence. It's there. It's earned. And everybody wants to have the weight loss, but they don't want to get up in the morning and go for the workout. Like, what the fuck? Like, we got to do something. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. And that's why it was so important to just keep walking a path, because at least you're moving. Motion creates emotion. That's how my spiritual mentor said it. And yeah, let this guy go past, and then I get back and keep knocking on the doors, keep editing these videos, keep doing these shorts. Definitely email me, mostly saints at Gmail. Make it happen. And that's it. These girls everywhere. Damn. Chikata, see you later. I'll see you later. See you later. Yeah, moi moi. There we go. Dad's here. I was third at the higher weight. Really? Lost also. Work, mate. Money. Do your thing. Hell yeah. Yeah, bro. How'd you find me? That would be the better question. You know what I mean? What up? Oh, you already got pizza. Let's go. Yep. Pizza's in the house. Quitos. Just like that. Blessings in front of me. My friends love me. Yes. Chicken, jalapeno, pineapple, ananas, jalapeno, kana, if you're speaking Finnish. Yeah, bro. Just email me. He's from Loader. This is so long time ago. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, I'd love to continue the conversation in the DMs if you got Instagram me, email me, mostly saints at Gmail. I'm actually here right now, and you don't have to shout out your own email. That would be weird, but right here, boom, mostly saints at Gmail. Right here, you see the same logo with the halo and horns. So I don't have Discord. I don't even know how to use it. I used to try to use it to watch the UFC fights, and I just never figured it out. But love to know how you found me. DM me if you're not on Instagram. Email me, mostly saints at Gmail. I'm gonna go smash my pizza, wash my hands. You know what I mean? But it's been a pleasure. Get some exercise with me. You know what I mean? It's a blessing. Thanks for staying up with me and finding me. I would love to know how we met. Was it at State? I sent the Instagram piece. I'll see if it's here. I'm on my other phone. I didn't get it yet, but hold tight. I'll show you. If I got it, it'll say it. No, I didn't get it, but you'll figure it out. Mostly saints at Gmail or Instagram. And it was at State. I was the one above you, weight class above you. Yeah, no shit. But how do you remember me? Did we chop it up before a wrestling contest, or how did it end up happening? You know what I mean? I didn't have a beard back then. I didn't have a beard back then. I kept the weight off though. I think so. Not bad for 45 without dieting all the time. I fast now. I got way better eating habits than being bulimic, and that was all bad. Type it, please. We talked. I asked stuff. I asked stuff. What? Wow. Whose team were you on? What school did you go to? Like, if you were in Nevada, then I think we were. Come on, Mark. Where was state champion at? I'm gonna say like White Pine or up north somewhere. We talked to Asta. You said you were gonna come over to Canada. I've never been. Yeah, Eardale Eagles, huh? Wow, you got a memory. Some people remember a bunch of shit I don't. This is where was it? Eastdale. Where was state at in 1998? That's the question of the hour. Don't remember. So many memories. That's what I told my friend. I was like, bro, that's why I take so many pictures and do so many videos, because I've had so many memories just traveling the world, and time goes by so fast and it'll just be behind me, but I'll have at least the memories on the photos. This is crazy. I came down to the States. Okay. And then you lived in the States enough to be out of school to wrestle for them? Like, are you an exchange student? Like, I'm missing this. I don't remember any Eastdales. I know like Pahrump was there. What is it? Man, I'm stoned. I'm high too. I want to eat this pizza, but you're taking me down the way back machine, like way back in the days. Like, that's amazing. That's cool. Let me eat some pizza real quick. Met you and was there for 2 months. And you remember meeting me? Like, what the fuck? For 2 months. Got it. No way. This is such a trip. The world is such a small place, bro. And you just found my Instagram or my YouTube live randomly. How did I get on your algorithm? That's a fucking trip and a half. Yeah, man, I'm still motivated. Yeah, a lot of that wrestling really made me like motivated, and then I got into drugs and started doing more jail, and then just changed my life around. Yeah, I knew you from others. Yeah, but how'd you find the channel, and how do you remember talking to me over fucking 30 years ago? 98, 2 years there, and then 2025, so 27 years ago. you know 40 pounds ago, I was training you guys. I was training with you guys. What? I knew you from others. Attila Ice? I don't know what Attila Ice is. No clue. Attila Ice. What is that? Anyone like them, knew them also? I just looked up Attila Ice and nothing came up. Let me see. Wrestling high schools in Las Vegas. We're in Nevada. Wrestling high schools in Nevada. Let's see. White Pine, maybe it was. Arborview, Faith Lutheran, Las Vegas High School, Liberty, Shadow Ridge, Reno, Henderson, maybe. I'm not quite sure. Pistol. I was in Boulder City, so I was on the Boulder City team. Advanced Tech, Western Career Academy of Arts, Choral Academy, Nevada High School Wrestling Teams. No, Ice Poseidon, like streamers. I've actually heard of that, but that was recommended to somebody else. I'm not an in real life streamer. Do you know one maybe? I don't know. It says we're here, Nevada High School Wrestling Teams. Let's see. Who's your team? Boulder City Eagles. That's my team. Boulder City, home of the Eagles. This is all new. Home of the Eagles. Chargers, Miners. I don't know. All different. Let's see here. Just got a lot of ads, but Jackpot Wells, McDermott, Elko. Maybe it was an Elko. I remember that. Battle Mountain, White Pine, Eureka Lund, Gerlach, Austin, Pyramid Lake, Oasis, Churchill Virgin, Valley, Spanish Springs, Silver Sage, Reed, North Valley, Sparks, Moapa Valley. I remember them. Reno, McQueen, Tonopah. Maybe it was in Tonopah. What's that? Yeah, that's it. Eagles, 15 years ago. Yeah, I'm a Boulder City Eagle, bro. Oh, somebody's coming here. So yeah, I'm an Eagle for sure. Were you on the team? You can't even see your face. You know what I mean? This is crazy. Life is so fucking cool sometimes. Let's see who's here. Okay. So we got action, bro. But it was 15 years ago. And we wrestled together, or you were on the same team? I'm still kind of confused on this whole thing. Yeah, I don't know what for recent Nevada State champions at 190 pounds. Oh, it thinks no, 1998. It thinks I'm 198 pounds. 1998. Wow, I haven't wrote 19 anything in a while. Details about the state wrestling championship in 1990 are not readily available. Huh. Ain't that about a bitch? They've hidden it from us. 1998 high school wrestling forecast. That's California. Let's see, 27th edition, Wildcat Wrestling. You Discord, you can show me. I don't do Discord. I stream also. Yes, 1 year I was the Canadian. I keep saying that. Dies, Cuddle. There's some last names. MIT, CIT. This is just a PDF. Carol, Elder, Hoover. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck it is at all. Blank Hoffman. I don't see anybody. I definitely don't see my name on here. I don't know. I never checked. I stream year 1. I was the Canadian. Not available. Okay. Well, like I said, email me. Send me that. Send me something. We can correspond there. It's probably easier for me through Instagram. I don't see the ad, but you know where it's at. Mostly Saints. And yeah, bro, we can make it happen. This is fucking very interesting to me. After all these years, somebody still remembers talking to me from an event where I was sober and actually just focusing. That's a full-on trip to me, to be honest. Like, interesting, right? Life is freaking interesting as fuck. Small world. Like, I Discord. I don't know how to Discord. You know, I YouTube. This is my YouTube studio. You know, and just making it whatever I can do, but also hearing my buddy speak English. It's fucking cool. I've taught him. I've helped him out. You know what I mean? And now he can speak English, and it's perfect. I love it. Permissions. Owner. Agreements. Uploads. I do video in a sec. I do site in a sec. Voice in a sec. I do AI things. That's what I do. And print in an hour. That's what he's talking about. Everybody needs their shit fast. It's true. We all do. We need it like yesterday, and we're never prepared. That's the law of my land. May I post my Discord? Yeah, is that okay? Yeah, bro, I don't have a Discord. You can shout yourself out all you want. I'll shout it out for you right now. But I just don't Discord. It's confusing for me. I just don't understand it. If I understood it more, I'd probably use it more type shit, you know? What's another one? I have Twitter, X. Add me, he said. I don't see you too, add you. But yeah, I'm going to go smash my pizza. This has been a whole trip. I've already walked that path a long time ago, and people are remembering it. So, very interesting. I'd love to see what you remember, because I barely remember shit, and I'd love to change that. You know what I mean? All right, you guys. Peace.